This is the same prompt with the same seed in the main 4 tiers of Flux models. Yeah, Ultra is just unbelievably impressive. Hello and welcome back to the channel. So if you've dabbled with AI video creation, you know that the best results usually come from starting with a great source image. So creators are using platforms like Midjourney, or maybe an open source platform like Flux, Stable Diffusion. If you've seen my content, you know that I love using Flux, and up until now, I've used Loras to achieve hyper-realism. Well, Flux just released a new Pro model, Ultra, that has a raw mode where you don't even need to use a Lora to get insane realism. In this video, let's take a look at some of the results I got from using Flux Ultra, and we'll touch on another new groundbreaking image generator called Recraft. Let's get right into it. So first of all, thanks to all who have subscribed so far. If you haven't yet, go ahead and click that button and help me grow. In any case, if you have been missing my shorts that I've been posting, and by the way, I have these on TikTok and Instagram as well. If you like using those platforms, my handle on there is farplane.ai. In any case, to make these crazy shorts that I made, I would start with Flux Dev, where I can use a Lora for hyperrealism, and then I prompt, for it to make crazy, horrific creatures. So let's just take a look at a quick example here. There was a recent news story about 43 escaped monkeys from a South Carolina research facility, so I jumped on that opportunity to make some content. Here we go. What even was that last thing? Oh my God. So anyway, go ahead and check some of these out because I made some crazy creatures here. Yeah. This is just a ton of fun. Now, like I said, that's from using Flux Dev with a Lora. But now Black Forest Labs has released Flux 1.1 Pro Ultra. I'm here in Replicate. There are a few places you can use it, but I just already use Replicate, and that's why I'm here. And if you look, we have Recraft here as well. You can use it all in one place. We'll talk more about Recraft later. All right, so I'm on the Playground forum for Flux 1.1 Pro Ultra. Let's try out a prompt. All right, so I just created a series of scientists with biomechanical growth emerging from their skin as if it's like a nanobot AI virus or something like that. I thought it'd be a cool little project. So here's my prompt. Biomechanical growth emerges from the skin of a panicking scientist in her AI computer lab. Textured CGI, hyper-realistic particle effects. So these triggers are something I use often to get some of the graphic art I want. Let's do like a regular cinematic ratio there. Safety tolerance at the weakest. And here's the key thing. We're going to turn on this raw feature, and that's going to give us that realism without needing a Lora. And let's send it. All right. Now, if you're using Replicate, it's pretty cool because you just pay as you go. Flux Ultra is 6 cents an image, and I like this so much more than the credit system that everyone else uses. Because I'm subscribed to so many different platforms, I often find myself panic burning my credits on the final day because I forgot and didn't get to it on time. All right, perfect. This looks pretty good. So I just graphically, I just love it. I love all the particle effects. That's what I asked for, but yeah, the detail looks so awesome on this. It's surreal, but also looks real. Like these mechanical parts look so good, and the particle effects add a really cool touch. The computer desk, everything looks totally real. So let's take a look at some more of the images I made with this prompt. All right, I'm just gonna scroll through some of these images. This one's cool. This is like it's taking over the lab or something. Everyone looks a little too calm, so we need to kind of work on that. Maybe prompt it a few more times. This one's really beautiful. I mean, look at this detail. Yeah. So this one I like a lot, and I used it in my video project. actually morphed into it from a different frame. This is pretty cool. Definitely looks more like graphics than real, but really beautiful. Yep, looks like a real guy. And look at the resolution. So Flux Ultra boasts 4 times the resolution of regular 1.1 Pro. Man. Yeah, this looks like graphics, but it still works somehow, and he looks pretty real. Yep, I used this one too. Some of the video output was a little disturbing, but look for it in my shorts. It'll be up there. Yeah, that's another one of my favorites there. That turned into a great video. Look at his face. Okay, so this surprised me. I knew there would be a quality difference with the Ultra, but this is just drastically better. This is the same prompt with the same seed in the main 4 tiers of Flux models. And yeah, Ultra is just unbelievably impressive. And I should say that Dev is capable of getting similar results, but of course requires more on the user end, like I was mentioning before, using Loras, etc. So I have a lot of these. But, you know, you need to make a lot so that you can pick the best. If you make 100 and you pick the best 5, those are going to be 5 good images. Some of them were a little disturbing. Okay, onward. You saw the thumbnail, maybe you clicked for Biomechanical Beach Babes, and I won't leave you hanging. Let's take a look at a little montage I made of that. All of those source images were made right here on this form with Flux Pro Ultra. And I really can't believe how good the results look. Like I said before, we needed to use Loras to get that level of realism. It's pretty insane. All right, so another thing I love making is album art type graphics. And I was using Flux Dev for that with really cool results. It has a different look, but with those same trigger words you saw a moment ago, here's what I've made, and we'll just kind of click through some of these. And I used a Luma generator to interpolate a bunch of these into loops. And you'll be seeing that in my shorts content as well. Yeah, look at this. Look at this. So this is quite different from what I was getting previously using Flux Dev. So some of these, like these, I added Biomechanical to the prompt. Yeah, so like with Luma interpolating this, it generates really cool graphics. Luma has now been kind of eclipsed by the newer generators, but it loves when you give it graphics like this, especially if you're doing interpolations. All right, and just like I mentioned earlier, Recraft is another image generator that just released, and it's super powerful. It's actually rated #1 because of how powerful it is. Now, I personally like Flux Pro Ultra a little better for those cool surreal realism results, but Recraft can also do that really well, although the strength with Recraft is in making infographics. Here with the SVG, you can make kind of like vector type art, which is really cool. Saves it as SVG format. But here's the regular image generator. So we could try that same prompt. Now this is cool. Look at all these styles I can do. So just, you know, this is different. Let's try a realistic image. All right, so pretty horrific. You can see the growth looks a lot different, but the realism looks pretty good, but not quite as good if you ask me. Just something about her face doesn't scream, I'm looking at a real image. It looks real enough though. Once you send this to Kling or Minimax, they'll take care of the rest and the rest of it will look real. But, oh man, that's gross. Okay, Really quick, I should say that it's kind of silly for me to be using this on Replicate right now, because if you go to Recraft's actual website, you get 50 free credits a day on a free account. Let's scroll a bit and just take a look at the community tab here. So yeah, we have some real, some realistic images. And like I said, it's all about this kind of like graphic arts, but specifically Recraft is able to create a ton of accurate text, more than any other generator, and that's really where Recraft stands out. Since I'm already over here, let's just try something. All right, so let's try making an infographic about Farplane AI's YouTube channel. The channel is so great. I really, really, really love it. The videos are fun and entertaining. Shorts content goes hard. I totally subbed. So let's see if it's able to handle all of that. Let's make this more of a vertical format. And let's come in here and say, I don't know, 2D art poster. Boom! But look at this, it's all put together. It looks like a beautiful, simple graphic. And of course, I can just keep prompting. I don't think it got all of the text, but if I wrote a better prompt, it could be good. You see, I'm just kind of half joking around here. So yeah, Recraft is amazing. And like I said, it's better to just kind of wrap your head around, however, to use it on their site. So you get some free uses, every day. Pretty cool. If you like crazy, mind-bending, progressive metal fusion, like the music you heard in that shorts content, I've released my first AI music album called Abyssal Refraction 1. And yes, it is a part 1, there's more coming. But these 4 songs make a full-length album. These are long, complicated progressive metal songs that I worked very meticulously on. So if that sounds cool, check it out. This is available on all streaming platforms. So between Flux Pro Ultra and Recraft, we have 2 amazing new image generators. And if you're serious about AI video, again, you're gonna wanna use one of these to start with a really good source to get the best results from your video. All right, that's gonna be it for this video. Thanks as always for watching. If you haven't yet, hit like on the video, sub to the channel. It's so much, all this stuff helps me grow and it's so much appreciated. Thanks again for watching.
What you think? You are not my mother.
Will Smith. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you in the next one.